Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with me, and we're going to make a little folio today. Now, you're going to start off with a piece of cardstock and use a heavy cardstock. Use the heaviest cardstock that you have. This one is pretty thick. So this is 11 3/4 by 8 inches. And we're going to score at 1/2. We're going to put it on the 11 3/4 inch side. We're going to score at 1/2. And at 5 1/2, and at 6 1/4. Whoops, this one is very thick. Oh wow, I can't go straight on here. There we go. This one's so thick my little scoring tool don't want to go through it. I'm going to score over this one again, and then you're going to score at 11 1/4. Okay, let's see if that looks right. I think so. Then you're going to turn it and you're going to score at 1/2 all the way down. And at 7 1/2 all the way down. There we go. Wow. So that's what we have. You can see my jump score lines, but that's not going to matter because we're going to cover most all of that up, so we're not going to worry about it. Alright, I am going to go ahead and fold them score lines. Okay, and now you just want to cut in on those corners. Just cut those out and cut them at a little angle because we're not going to need those. This is going to be kind of a reinforced little folio. So then you want to cut that out like that, and you see how I angled these. So you want to do that. So go all the way around doing that same thing. So then you have something that looks like this. Now these pieces are going to get glued down to make this edge reinforced. You do not have to do this. You do not have to put these extra 1/2 inches on either side. But to me it makes it a little bit stronger so that when people handle this, then you don't have that raw edge there. So you can go ahead and glue these down, and I'm going to use some score tape because this is such a strong cardstock that if I use glue I'm going to have to clip it to hold it down. So we're just going to use score tape. Now on these pieces right here, all we're going to do to those is just fold them over and put them to the center. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. We really don't need those, so I'm just going to fold them over to give a little bit more strength to that. And then these you're just going to fold down. So that is what you have right there. There's the beginning of your little folio. Okay, now I have some pieces cut, and we're going to cover the inside and outside. This piece is cut at 3/4 by 6 3/4. And this is going to be our inside spine piece. It's going to go right there. We're going to use some art glitter glue to put this down. So just center that up and make sure that it doesn't go over the score lines. Then we are going to put these two pieces down here. And these are cut at, let's see what these are cut at. See if I can read my own writing. These are cut at 6 3/4 by 4 3/4. Alright, so there we go. The same on these. Make sure they don't go over those score lines. Then we're going to flip it over and we're going to do the same thing to this side. So this is our spine piece. It's the same size as the inside one is. 3/4 by 6 3/4. Just going to center that up. And then these are our two other pieces, and you'll recognize this paper. This is that romance paper collection. I just love this with the notes and things on the outside. So we're going to make this our top side and this the bottom. Let me see. Yeah. And so we're going to put these down. Okay, so there is our outside. And then there's the inside. And now we're ready to start working on the inside. First off, we're going to work on some pockets. And I'm going to do 3 pockets on this side. These pieces are cut at 5 1/4 by 4. And what you want to do is you want to score at 1/2 inch on all sides. 1/2 inch all the way around. Oops, let's do that one again. Okay, let's do all 3 of them. Oops. I think I'm going to score on this end. It's a little bit easier for me. So just score it 1/2 inch. Then you just want to give these a fold. And go ahead and just cut these corners off. Just cut at a little angle. Alright, now with one of the 1/2 inch pieces on the long side, you want to go ahead and just glue it straight down. Because that's going to be the top of the pocket, and we're just giving it a little bit of reinforcement. Now on these, you want to put the score tape on the opposite side. You want to put it on the side that you're going to call the front. I'm going to go ahead and do all 3 of them, and then we will come back and put this together. Okay, now on these, the ones that you put on the outside, you want to just pull that score tape off. We're making a little pocket, so pull that off all the way around. And then you're just going to fold that over and put that side on the top. So fold that over, put the side on the top, just like that. And see, you're making a little pocket down in there. Now, I'm going to go ahead and make me a mark at the top. I want to start about 1/2 inch from the top, from the very top. So I'm just going to mark it. There we go. And that's where I'm going to put the top, the very top. Try not to get my head in the shot, but that's almost impossible. There we go. So there is our first pocket. Now you could cut out a little place in there if you wanted to. I'm not going to, just because I reinforced those edges, but that's strictly up to you. And I'm just going to put some very thin things down in here anyway, so it doesn't have to be. So I'm going to show you one more, and then we'll do the third one, and that'll be our pockets done. Okay, again, you want to fold that bottom up, fold the side over and stick it to that bottom, fold the side over and stick it to. I'm going to clip this a little bit off right here because it's got a little point to it. Now, on this one, we want to come down let's see, I want to come down, I'm just going to guesstimate it, probably about right there. Let's see what that is. I came down about 1.25 inches. Let's see if I got it anywhere near straight. Yep. Okay, 1.25 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and mark this one to come down 1.25 inches, wherever my pencil is. That way I can put this one right on the line, hopefully. Make a real light line there. And then we will put this one on. Whoops. Alright, there we go. Got that one on. So you have a pocket here, and then a pocket here. Press those down really well. I'm going to get my bone folder and make sure that has adhered really, really well. Okay, so that is our pockets on that side. Now, we can go ahead and decorate these if we want to. You can either slide the paper all the way down in there, like that, or you can cut just enough to go right at the top. It doesn't matter, whichever one you want to do. I think I'm just going to slide mine down in there a little ways. It'll just help your paper and things slide in and out. That way it makes my hearts look like they're upside down. These hearts run both ways, but since you're only going to see the top ones, I'm going to put it that way. And then I think I had one more cut. This one. Put it on there. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put those down. And I'm not even going to pull them out all the way. And run some glue under there. They don't have to be glued down all the way down into the pocket because they're going to stay where they are. So that will work. Okay. So that's our pockets on that side. Now on this side, we're going to do a cascading little album. So I'm going to get, whoops, I'm going to get my small scoreboard. And we have 6 of these, and they are cut at 4 1/4 by 4. On the 4 1/4 side, you want to score at 3 3/4. Let's see, 3 3/4. Here. You want to score at 3 3/4. So you've got the 4 1/4 side, and you're going to score at 3 3/4. 4 1/4, 3 3/4. Okay, and you're going to need 6 of these for the little cascading part. And where you scored that, you just need to turn that down. And we're going to put some score tape right here on the back. Well, just if you lay it like this, you'll be putting score tape here on the front, but it's going to end up being the back part. So put your score tape right there. Go ahead and put it on all of them, and then we'll come back and we'll glue these down. All right, now again, we want to mark at 1/2 inch down from the very, very top. And sorry if I'm getting my head in the shot. And just make you a little mark across there. Then you want to pull the backing off of this, fold this under while holding it down. You want to lay it right on that line that you had there, right on that line. And just kind of center it up as best you can. It doesn't have to be perfect. There we go. So there's your first one. And if you get your first one straight, then you shouldn't have any problem with the rest of them. So, don't you look at how that's bent. I think my husband's been a hold of it again. Alright, and then on the next one, you want to fold it back, and right at the end of that is where you want to butt this one up against it. Just put it right up against that one, just like that, and just keep going all the way down with all 6 of them, folding them back under and then pressing them right up against that other one, making sure that the ends are even. And if the ends are even, then your cascading part is going to run even. Okay, now just take your bone folder and run over those really, really well. Reinforce them. So there's your cascading part, but we need to put something on here that will hold that down, because that's going to pop up if we don't. Alright, so this piece that we're going to put down through here is cut at 7 1/4 by 1 inch, and we want to score on this at 1/4 of an inch. Just a little bit of a fold is all we need. Just a little tiny bit right there at the end. Fold that over. And we're going to put a piece of score tape on that. Okay, then you're going to lay that right at the top. Make sure I measure this right. You're going to lay that right at the top of where you put this design paper on, and kind of in the center. See if that looks about right. That looks about right there. Press that down, and then just run it down to the bottom. Now on this part down here, I am going to round the corners off, and then I may need to trim it off a little bit. I'm not sure yet. We'll see after I round it. Yeah, looks like I'm going to have to trim it just a little bit. There we go. We'll round the corners again. Okay. That looks good. And then I have a couple of magnets here, and I'm going to put one magnet on the little belly band, and then I'll put the other magnet on the back. These are our self-adhesive magnets. They have the sticky on one side of them, and they also have whether it's a negative or a positive. as you can see on there. So I'm going to put that one there, and then I'm going to get a positive one, and I'm going to clip it to that one like that. All I did was I just clipped it to it. Then we're going to take the backing off of that, and then I'm going to just going to stick it down right down there at the bottom. And there we go. We got our magnet right there. Okay, now we want to put mats on these. And let me get my mats. These are cut. Let's see. Let me make sure what the measurements are on these. I think it's 3.5. These are cut at 3 3/4 by 3.5. And they should fit perfectly right there on top of that. Of course, we're not going to put that one on top. We're going to flip it over. Let's see which one we want to use as the top one. I think maybe that one. I like that little bird. Let's do that one for the top. And there we go. We got that on top. And then you cover the back side. That. Now you can cover this little part in here if you want to. I'm not going to, but you can certainly do that. And I think I will put some of these hearts next. That, and then just continue on down. We'll keep doing this, get all of these covered, and then we'll be back. Okay, now we're going to put a little strip down through here, and I have just cut this at 1/2 inch, and I just left the length because I can trim it off once I get it on there. I'll tell you exactly what the length is though once I get it on. So we're going to put that right in the center and bring that down, and I'm just going to trim that off right with those hearts right there. There we go. So that is 6 3/4 length on that. And then I think I'm going to put one on the inside. I'm sure I won't have to have it that long. Let's go ahead and measure it. And we'll have to cut it off right before the magnet. So let's just cut it off right there. So isn't that cute? That's the inside of the little album. And then we need to put something on the outside to kind of give it a little bit of embellishment. Let's see what we want to put out here. I think we're going to put it like that. This one says "To the One I Love," and this one just says "Crazy Little Thing Called Love." I know it's a lot of love, but that is what this collection is all about. And then we'll probably put something else on there. I'm not sure of what yet. I need one more item on there, I think. I'm putting some foam tape under this just to give it some dimension. I'll put that little piece of bling right there. Okay, then I think we're going to use some of these little tiny flowers. And look at all the ink I have on my hand. I have no idea where I got that. I'm going to use some of these little flowers, and I'm just going to tuck these in right here. Just like that. So that is that. And then I'm going to use a piece of black seam binding. And I'm just going to close this up with black seam binding. You could close it up with, you could make a closure, lots of different ways that you could close it, but I'm just going to close it with seam binding. And I have crinkled this, so a little bit. I didn't crinkle it much. I'm going to tie it right there. Then we will just trim this off. Right, and that is your little folio. You could keep decorating. You could put more decorations on here. You could put more bling on. You could put tons of different things on here. But I think we're going to stop right there. And I do believe I may go back here and hook this seam binding on with some score tape. Let me do that right quick. And all I'm going to do is kind of toward the center of this, run a little piece of seam binding down through there. And take the top off. Take the backing off of it and then just press that down right across it. And that will keep that in place so that when the recipient unties it, that they won't have to try to hold on to it. So there we go, got that. So then you open it up. You can put all kinds of goodies through here. Put photos in here, just whatever. There's that. But that is quick and easy, but it's a sweet little gift. So we're going to use some of these in our Valentine's banquet at church. We'll be using some of these for that. So that is it. Alright guys, that is it for our tutorial today. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. And also don't forget, if you are a club kit member, you can get 15% off. I did send out all of the discount codes. If you didn't get yours, if you didn't get an email from me, check in your junk folder. If you still don't see it there, email me and let me know, because some people are saying they didn't get theirs, and I'm thinking it's because they give me either an incorrect email address, or it could just be an email address that's just specifically for PayPal and it won't accept other emails. So just let me know if you didn't get your email and I will send your code again. We do have more of this romance paper in stock, so if you would like to grab some of this so that you'll have it for Valentine's Day, go over and get it. If you want to join our club kit, then that link will be directly below. All of the February kits are sold out and have been sold out for a while. We are now working on March kits. Now our February kits will go out on February the 6th. You pay a month in advance for your kits. So everybody who signs up now is signing up for the March kit, since the February kit's are already gone. But to ensure that you get a kit, make sure that you sign up now so that you'll be in line for March, April, May, on like that. Alright guys, we'll talk to you later. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.